Okay, so I just wanted to talk about an autoimmune disease that I was diagnosed with on last year, April. um, it's called dermatomyositis, and I basically got after getting married. I noticed, well, before I got married, my eye was swollen and it wasn't going down. I thought it would might have been a sty, but it wasn't. And it progressed. And I went to the hospital at first to see what was going on, and they were saying that it was nothing. They gave me eye drops, they gave me the ointment to put in my eye, but nothing would actually stay. And then I started noticing some different things, like my eye, not just my eye was swollen, but also I was getting a rash and didn't know where it was coming from on my elbows and knees, and I thought it was in I thought it was just a allergic reaction because of how it was going, but no, it wasn't. It was actually the autoimmune disease coming up. So I was taking Benadryl. I was going to work. My eye actually had swollen shut because of how swollen it was, how bad guess it got. And so it basically was something new to me. When they first diagnosed it, they was just saying I had lupus, because my great grandmother has it. Nobody else in the family has it, but because of one person in my family had it, they wanted to just say lupus. But I felt something was not correct because my grandma didn't get lupus until she was like 50. So I kind of was concerned about that. Which they turned around and said that it was dermatomyositis because a dermatologist actually did the test on my skin to see what it was, and he said it was dermatitis. And then they checked my muscles and said it was dermatomyositis because there was something going on with my muscles and my thighs. Now, I didn't feel no pain. I didn't have any discomfort at first. It was very strange. The only problem I really had was the rashes and the swollen eye. But once I was put on the steroids, which is the first treatment they give you, everything kind of went back to normal in a way, but not completely, because the way my body was set up, I was losing weight fast and I was tired. But I was thinking I was tired because I was working. I was going to school. I planned my wedding. I was doing everything. So I really thought it was life, you know. Come to find out, it wasn't. So, I'm doing the video just to let you all know what is going on, how it was, because a lot of people get it and don't know what's going on. Even if you get any other illnesses, I know life is hard, it's not easy. So we all try to do what we can, and we always think we're healthy, but come to find out we're not, and we have to take care of ourselves. I thought it was something that was so simple. I tried to keep my job as long as I could, but I couldn't because it was part-time, so it was I didn't have that many benefits to come with it. But it was something new. My whole life has actually changed because of it. It's not the same. I don't have the same life anymore. It's kind of different. I did listen to what the doctors were saying at first. I was going on all types of uh chats and whatever to see what it was, what's going on, this, that, and the other. And it was like, oh my gosh, is my life over? And it's not. It's really not. It's, you really do have to live your life. Listening to the doctors, it was like, I'm not going to be able to go out because with dermatomyositis, actually any autoimmune disease, you are prone to everything. You are basically like, you're like almost like an infant again, because you don't have your immune system is suppressed by steroids, and mine was so suppressed I did not know what was going on. Like, once the steroids, they took me off the steroids at first, my body went almost completely back to normal because my body did not feel like it was going against itself again. But when it did, oh, it took a toll. I had a rash all on my forehead. As you can see, it's a little lighter than what it was, but it was bad. I would get bumps all on my face as if I was breaking out. I still get them, but just not as bad. My chest broke out. It was just horrible for a good while. And then now it's joint pains. But my doctor has put me back on steroids now so that we can get back to the nitty-gritty of the situation. I'm not going to say it was easy because it's not. No, I didn't have insurance. So that's a hard situation. Because I have to see specialists, it makes it hard on you. But I did get disability. It's a very different lifestyle. I'm talking to people who, and no offense to anybody, but to people who life is basically work, school, you live in when you can, and you're mainly work. Like every day you almost at work. There's no real days off, because even when you're off, them days you're off, you're doing stuff. And to go from that to, you have to plan your day at a certain time, around a certain time. You cannot be out in direct sunlight. You cannot be out in the cold. You learn the cold is not your friend anymore. It is a difference in so many ways, to the point where it do get depressing. I will say that. And I didn't take the counseling because I was one of those people who believe that counseling is, for people who really need it, To be honest, to tell anybody, if you're going through something like this, talk to someone, because it's serious. It gets to you, especially if your lifestyle is changing completely and you're not really ready for it. You didn't. It's not like you asked to retire. Like, you prepare yourself to retire. I didn't prepare myself for this, and then it turns around and it's like something serious. So I would say, even if you are strong, I believe I am strong, but there are times you will be depressed. You will have those moments when you just sit there and cry because your life is no longer the same. But I did want to let you all know what was going on. It's different for everybody. This autoimmune disease is not normal. You normally would get it as a child and then get it as an adult, and I got it as an adult. So it's a totally difference, and So I just wanted to do a series or a couple of talks on it to let you know how it is and how things are going, because a lot of people are going through it. And when I looked on here, no, I didn't see a lot of videos about it. You will see certain things, but you don't see everything. Or you'll get certain one or two people, but everybody go through something different. I seen one girl, she couldn't move. I'm able to move. Uh, some people, their kidneys was affected. My kidneys wasn't affected. My lungs were affected though. I do have a lung disease that caused me to have pneumonia so often at first, until they actually figured out what it was that was making it happen. And I have a lung disease called PAP, where it's protein builds up in my lungs, and I have the mild version, so I'm okay. I don't have to get my lungs washed out every so often, because there is no actual there is nothing they can really do in order to fix it except for do the lung wash and or lung transplant. So hopefully this is a start to a new beginning, to let you guys know on my journey of dealing with this disease and what is going on. Hopefully I see you all later.